What's going on, blurs, nerds, and everybody in between, to another episode of What Had Happened Was. So this is our new weekly episodes of we just talking about what happened, a week in review. So big news that goes out, or things that we're looking forward to, and just an opportunity to kind of have a roundtable discussion. So of course, I'm not by myself. I got some other people here with me. First, making his second time around, James. What's going on, man?
Hey, good evening, folks. My name is James. I am here supporting the fam, just hanging out and, here to talk about some kind of controversial subjects that happened over the weekend.
Cool. And I refuse to call you the leader of the 1,000 Man Naked March. I refuse. So the dub, what's going on, man?
Yeah, man, from start to rumbling. I am the leader of the 1,000 Man Naked March. Leave Paradise alone. I won't fuck with you. I'm here to be. Yeah, I'm here to do dub shit, to be disruptive, give controversial opinions, and yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and of course we have the young elder, aka Steven. How you doing, bro?
I'm well. I was thinking about changing my name to the Seer for this episode, but I waited too late. Don't worry though.
Oh man. Well, we appreciate you no matter what name you come under. So as far as that's concerned, we want to go ahead and start talking about our first topic. So the first topic of the night is we're going to talk about the writer strike. The last time they had the writer strike, they had a writer strike in like 15 years ago, and it wasn't good for people who like watching television, who had like actual shows that were written out. I don't know if y'all remember that show called Heroes. Heroes was like really, really good until
Heroes
the writer
top tier.
Yeah, until the writer strike happened. Then they didn't know what to do with it, and after the writer strike, it got canceled. So that was one of the things that made a huge issue. I know already one of the like casualties, so to speak, for the writer strike already is Blade has got pushed back again.
What?
Because they were still developing it and they were having people write for it, and so now because the writer strike is going on, they have to wait until the writer strike is over with. So that's one of them. Now another thing that let's see here. The other thing that happens as far as that's concerned, Tots, what's going on, man? Is they were talking about other productions. Like, I don't know if you guys have been big into watching the House of the Dragon, that HBO, that where they were talking about that. They're talking about that's going to be delayed now because they were still in development of writing the stories for it. So
Hold on, wait. What was that? They got delayed. I'm sorry, I missed the last thing that you named.
House of the Dragon.
Dragons.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't watch.
I mean, it had a lot of incest. It had a lot of incest, but it was really good though.
That usually what happened back in that day and time.
So you saying incest is good? Is that what you're saying, or did I?
Oh no! My family would never.
Just checking. That was a test.
Well, hope we all passed. We all passed on that one.
Everybody passed.
So yeah, and the things that the writers want on this one, they're not really all that difficult. So like a lot of times it's because of the fact that everything's gone to where they're trying to get away from like 24 episodes of a season. So they've all been doing like smaller seasons. So then they also that affects with the writers kind of like their syndication checks. So right now, like they still had the same rules that you had to have like something to get your money from syndication checks versus, a lot of these places aren't asking for 24 episodes. They're not asking for, things like that. And a lot of times they're not getting the money because syndication was where they got their money from. They're not getting that anymore. So they're wondering about that. The one thing, and the and the studios are just being assholes. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like at one point they asked for just for the writers or the studios not to use AI to write scripts, not to have them involved in any part of it because that takes away from their livelihood. The studios was like, nah, we still we can have a meeting about this every year and talk about it, but we're gonna do what we want to do.
AI, so writing scripts now.
That's what they're developing technology for it, so they haven't done it yet. But like, if they have any problems with like rewrites and everything like that, or they don't want them to do it at all. And the studios was like, nah, we're not even gonna lie to you, fam. We're entertaining the idea.
Why would I pay you to do something correctly when I can have a machine do it and it'll pass just enough to still help me get paid?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I got a lot to say about this whole AI thing. All right. The first one being is that we got humans already writing things in such a way to program the masses. Okay.
What up, Husky?
Giving that over to the machines. Yeah, I'm about to go all the way left field. Giving that over to the machines is extremely irresponsible. Okay. Because what you have is a culture that to me kind of dumbs people down a little bit. Like, and then you got the machines. You're gonna teach them how to do the same thing. So guess who's gonna be running us soon?
Skynet.
The machines. It's gonna be. You can call it what you want to. Call it Skynet is a good name for it. But I'm telling you, I don't trust it. I think it's just unfair and it makes zero sense because the whole thing about using AI is legitimately the fact that they can steal
jobs.
They steal what other people already have and just learn how to tweak it just enough to kind of make it seem original. My face got stolen by AI recently. And I know that sounds strange, but there's a picture on my profile where they got these ads for a school, and every picture that comes up is like an AI generated person. And I'm just scrolling Facebook one day, and I'm like, wait, why does this look like me?
They've been selling your data for a long time, fam.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. So I mean, it's kind of ridiculous that they would even, deny that. But it's just like let's try to keep this as cheap as possible because the machines aren't going to charge us for anything but electricity right now. So if I keep feeding it the electricity and data, we can handle that. That's not going to cost us any money. We'll actually come out way further on top. So irresponsible.
That initial that initial fee or charge for the AI, you're paying probably more on the front end, but in the longevity wise, like if Warner Brothers or Marvel bought one, longevity, I don't think Marvel would do it just because like morally it would seem off. They'll probably keep their profound writers on.
You talking about Marvel that's owned by Disney?
Yeah, I don't think they'll do the whole AI.
Moral?
I know that. Moral, because like I feel like it'd be such an uproar, especially when you got writers like Ryan Coogler and stuff like writing Black Panther scripts and stuff like that. It's like,
but that's who you get to train your AI.
He'll be a dummy to train, and why would I try? You should leave.
But that's the whole thing. You don't have to. He doesn't choose to train it. They feed the AI his data, his style, his information, and guess what? It'll pop out something that it might not be as close to it, but it's like he can't help if they feed it his data. He can't stop them from passing this information along to this system. You see what I'm saying? He might not he's definitely not going to consciously do it, but how's he going to stop it?
It's the same thing as what they were talking about with the art community when this was blowing up before. How all the artists are getting up in arms and pissed off.
Yeah,
because it's like I spent hours on this. You can't take what I created and put it into your computer and then do the same thing. Because now I'm out of a job.
I mean, you can. It's just wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they all go ahead.
I was gonna say randomly, have y'all talked to this AI on Snapchat?
Nope.
Nope. Not
For
giving
what?
it any, not giving it any data for me.
I had full blown conversations with this. Mine's name Ava, because I asked her what she wanted her name to be. It was Ava. Just trying to see what it was talking about. She actually named me Michael Alex. I told her what she wanted my name to be. She named me like Michael Alex or something like that.
All right.
Well,
they giving you
bro,
names.
we were having like a full blown conversation about anime, like. Oh, I think Attack on Titan, Full Metal, Alchemist, Black Brotherhood, and I forgot what the third one she. But when she said it, it was like I was like those are her top 3 anime ever. Like I think about like IMDb standards or something like that. And like the time when she was spitting out the answers, like it was still some hiccups here and there. And I told her like I asked her like, do you think AI forever plugged into a robot? She's like, not now, but I definitely think that's a possibility in the future. I was like, don't that sound like iRobot to you? And she was like, I can see your concern, but I don't think we have any malintent or stuff like that. I was like,
okay, so
good.
Okay.
Have y'all seen that news story? It was some years ago, like when they really first started getting into it. There's an AI bot that actually made a comment about taking over the world with its AI children. Do y'all remember that?
I remember that, and I remember it was something in Microsoft or Google where they had to close down an AI because it was trying to ask for a connection to the internet because it wanted to be free.
Yep, I remember that one.
I was good on that one. I was like, hey, we need to stop here, right?
Just gonna unplug it.
Yeah,
gonna unplug it.
Yeah,
or the one that tricked somebody into doing the capture for it.
Y'all see the person with the AI that tricked the man into thinking that it was a woman, like had pictures, voice, everything. Like, just think you're on a dating app and you see Sarah Michelle Gellar or whatever, and she FaceTime everything that you find out. I got you.
Next level catfisher.
Next level's not even a word.
Yeah. So the other stuff that they had that were concerns were they had these things called mini rooms where essentially they would have they have a smaller group of writers in the writer room, and then after that, like they were given just a small amount of time, and then after that, so they're not able to write the whole episode or whole thing, so that they don't get all the credit. So then they can get in and get out, and have another group of mini rooms to finish up. So you're only finishing a part of it, so you don't get full credit.
How are you supposed to write a cohesive story if you only got people writing bits and parts of the story?
You use like the showrunners, and the showrunners are the people that kind of say, okay, this is what we're going for. But then they use the mini rooms to be able to do that. Now, mind you, they said that like the amount of money for these writers now have actually gone down. Like inflation made it look like they only made like $100 million more overall for everybody over this 15 years, but inflation is like actually they're making less than what they used to make. And then the essentially all the producers or all the studio heads are making like they're making like billions of dollars. And they were like, listen, all we want is something that's comparable, because now they can't get as much money because of the fact that everybody's doing the streaming.
Everybody's got a piece of the pie.
Everybody's doing the streaming. So everything is not good. Like they're not getting as much as what they used to.
I should have got my girl to come on this show because she could a lot of the stuff she was telling me about, because she works in entertainment. So and she was telling me stuff like, she said animation should be fine, but like as far as like live action shows, stuff like that, though, like you said, those kind of on chopping block. And even so, like she was saying, like the animation, it could be in danger if things don't go well.
Yeah.
Right now it's fine, but she said it could be in danger sooner or later. I should have asked her to hop on this.
Well, the other thing is like it just doesn't. It's not like I'm all about making sure that I understand writers are like the lifeblood of the entertainment. You know what I mean? Because they can like actors can only do so much if they're not given good scripts, if they're not given good storylines to be told. And like I think especially these last couple years, especially with all the streaming that we've had and like the short mini series, because I love a short mini series. I do, because I feel like you get to the point, like you ain't got no time to waste. Like we're not getting those filler episodes. Like the one thing that used to piss me off when I used to watch like Supernatural or anything like that was an episode that didn't have nothing to do with anything.
Nothing at all.
And I'd be like, bro, come on now.
They stop at like some random bar in some random city just for a tequila Wendigo or something like that.
Exactly.
Like, what they got to do with the main story, man?
Exactly, bro. I hated that, because then after that I'm like, why are you killing this random vampire? And then you try to make it seem like, oh, this is just a part of the life. No, this is because you need 24 episodes and we had episode 13. So you just got to the halfway point. Come on now.
Can we talk about something that was definitely too long but still good, but could have been way better if they didn't stretch it out? Supernatural. We were already talking about it. Good show. Way too long.
They really could have just stopped at like 10 or something like that, realistically.
Well, here's the thing I would love them to do, because that is my like one of my favorite shows. I would love for them to have just I think they would thrive in this kind of area now. So then after that, like if they have 10 or 6 to 10 episodes a season, and then like it can be a little bit more gory, it can be a little bit more rough where they can cuss and stuff. I think it'd be good. But not well now, unless they have another good story, and unless if they don't, who knows?
They don't.
Because like
they
didn't fought God, they didn't fought angels, demons.
Yeah, they got nothing left, man.
But is the last thing I heard about Supernatural is that the lead actors wanted to come back into it, and there was some other side show related to Supernatural, and like
the Winchesters.
Is that what that was?
Yeah, they went back in the time, and then their mom and their dad are hunting, but that's not how the story went. Like mom stopped hunting, once she met the dad, and so they made a new story kind of based off of that. But it is what it is. I'm sorry, my nerd just showed.
The show itself looks weird, and they're talking about a multiverse, and I'm just like, please don't ruin the gem that is Supernatural. We don't need to go into the multiverse. Just let them ride off into the sunset and just let it be done with.
Yeah. So anybody got any final thoughts about the writer strike? Do you think it's gonna go ahead?
Please give them folks some money. They deserve it. Pay the people their money. Pay them some money. It's enough for everybody to get paid. Don't be greedy. Just let everybody get paid so that we can have good content, interesting stories, and not just a bunch of stupid filler crap just because you got to put something out. Please just pay these people some money.
Okay. For the unnecessary wokeness and everything.
That part. But I'm gonna play devil's advocate a bit. Just a bit. I agree with all you guys. Yep. Buy us, fuck you. Yeah. Boo-foo. But do you lately, my personal opinion, I've been going to the movies a lot more, and I've been seeing all these trailers for different movies, and a lot of them seem garbage. So do you think a reason for the pushback from some of these studios because some of these writers just ran out of ideas? Because look at all the remakes and everything like that. Like they just did a new house party and that was garbage. You know what I'm saying? So like, do you think that could be part of the issue as well?
I don't. Here's the thing that I think is happening. I think that the studios are looking for guaranteed money, so then they're going back to older properties that they have and remaking them. I'm tired of those like remakes, like and like they haven't really come out with even. I'm starting to have like the superhero fatigue. Like I love superhero movies. I'll be able to see all of them, but like I want to be able to have original stories. And what they're really doing is just regurgitating stories from storylines. And I appreciate that, but they're only doing it in a way to make it so that they fit whatever they're wanting to do. So, like, you know what I mean? They'll take a Spider-Man story that's really well known, but then after that, they'll only take the parts of it that fit what they need to do, rather than having the really good parts of the story. Um, so I think writers are kind of put in a bottle where they can't do anything besides just doing what the studio wants. I think there's a lot of them that have probably some great stories, but they can't tell them because everybody's looking for that certified hit. So they're looking for, you know, the Harry Potters. They're looking for, you know, that they're making another Hunger Games that's a prequel. I don't care about old white guy. I don't care about him. Like, but they're making another one for it. Like, and
I didn't care about the folks in the Hunger Games. I hated the Hunger Games. I fell asleep in the movies. I thought it
Whoa,
was boring.
really?
I remember I was on a date. I remember falling asleep in the movies. Like,
Okay.
the only thing I remember is I volunteered myself as tribute, and I used that over the course of my college career to be raunchy. But
I can see that in you. I can definitely see that in you. You'll be like, I volunteer.
I volunteered myself as tribute. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So,
the books were good though. So
yeah. So yeah, man, I think that's, like you said, the writers are stuck because I don't think they wanted to invest in anything that's not a guaranteed hit. And so then after that, like, they don't want to take, like, say for instance, a small amount and just be like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to take this, you know, rather than having a big budget, I'm going to make this small budget movie. Because if we didn't have that, we wouldn't have had John Wick and things like that. But nobody's really worried about those. They're just like, okay, we just need a guaranteed, like, banger.
Cash grabs.
Mm-hmm.
I want to touch on that for a little bit because Dub, I ain't gonna lie to you, you're not wrong with the regurgitation, but from like stepping back, every story is the same story, no matter how you look at it, man. We live in a system where everything has happened before, and all of the same stuff is gonna happen again over and over again. But what you have to learn how to do is you have to learn how to still find a way to surprise people by giving just enough of a twist to what you already know is going to happen in order to keep it interesting and entertaining. And the difficulty that comes with that to me is, and I actually wrote a song about it. I'm not going to sing that song, but I'm legit. It's boredom. And I know that sounds crazy, but it's like we are saturated with means to keep us entertained. Okay?
Yeah, definitely.
If they go through with this writer strike, depending on how long it lasts, man, we actually might come out better for on the other end of it, considering that you got a bunch of bull crap out that bores people so much that the only way to swing is harder back in the other direction where it's like golden content again.
I don't know. That what happened last time was we ended up with a whole bunch of shitty reality television, and I
also on top of that, it's not hurt. It's probably not gonna hurt the movie theaters now, but you know the movie theaters just bounced back from COVID. So if these things keep getting, depending on how long it lasts, say for instance, what do you think? Based on what I'm getting to, what are the movie theaters gonna look like next year, the year after that? Because nobody was writing stuff, so it's gonna be a delay of movies in theaters, or not as many movies in theaters.
Plus, I want Ezra Miller to be Flash no more. So y'all need to get y'all shit together so that they can go ahead and write him out.
Yeah. Go ahead, kill off this character and pick a different Flash.
He said, "We here to stay. We rich forever." WMG.
And what I find incredibly ingenious of Ezra Miller is that he cast himself as two people. So even if they wanted to take him out, he'd still be in the movie. That's some smart nonsense right there.
Well, he didn't do that, but that's what the studio did because they just doubled down on him because Warner Brothers had him in Harry Potter and all the rest of it. That Fantastic Beast, he was in like all three of those.
The plot didn't make any sense in that either.
So
we'll see what the fate of Jonathan Majors is.
Yeah, who knows, man. So the other thing that we had, there were two trailers that came out that I was interested in. The first one was the Dune 2 trailer.
Yeah.
which I really enjoyed. I enjoyed Dune, the first movie. I had never done anything besides play like the Windows 95 game where we were trying to get spice. So I enjoyed that. And then the next one, which I think is really really exciting, is the Meg 2. Under the Trench.
Can I ask a question about that one?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. What was Meg
I'm
1?
looking
I
at
didn't
the
know
trailer.
that there was a Meg. What was Meg?
I'm looking at the trailer now.
Megalosaurus.
So
It was a big ass shark.
Shark thing, right? Okay, I was
Big,
wondering, is this
big
the
white shark.
Megalodon movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
So here's what, Doug. Let me paint the picture for you real quick. So
I see Jason Statham.
Yeah, because I've never seen it.
yeah, so imagine Jaws, but Jaws from the Jurassic era. So the thing that happened was there was like a layer of like between where we go deepest down and the layer between that, there was like all these Jurassic
Ice.
areas that kept them like cool. So we went down there, messed with something that we should. We made a little heat pocket so that the Megalosaurus could come up, and he started killing everybody. But he only killed like the people on this like oil rig, right?
Yeah, because they were, of course, some rich dude was doing some crazy nonsense again.
Something we weren't supposed to. So now they're going back down, right? And they're in this trench area where all these like Jurassic animals and monsters and stuff like that are there. But apparently we messed with the little barrier again, and now the megalodon or whatever Megalosaurus, it's coming back, but now it's got multiple of those, and then there's other creatures that were down there that are coming back up as well.
So is this water tremors? It sounds kind of like water tremors.
Yes, megalodon. Thank you, Doug.
Yeah. It sounds like tremors, but with water.
Yes. And
you
know how Tremors 2
are now, because I really like Tremors, and I watched like all of them.
You know how Tremors after like the second or third one, they were like, "Oh yeah, it's evolved," but they had different versions of Tremors.
Yeah,
this is what's happening here.
I can tell.
But the thing is, like, they only killed like the people that were on this oil rig the last time, right? They're actually, from what I'm seeing, everybody's catching it. Like,
oh, nice. That sounds like it might be fun. It does have my boy Jason in it though, and even though he like sucks, his movies are usually entertaining.
Yeah,
the ocean is
just another movie to show how scary the ocean really is. Yeah,
scarier than the mud.
People don't respect the ocean.
Nope.
They worry about space. Hey,
yeah,
let's
worry about space
here
down in the ocean.
Let's start here, okay? Take care of the house first, because we got all of these glaciers and whatnot melting. We might not be too far away from something popping up that we weren't expecting.
Exactly. So
they're probably hiding stuff in Antarctica. Be careful.
So how do you guys feel about Dune first? Have you guys seen Dune, the new one?
I'm playing the trailer now, and I see Zendaya.
So my experience with Dune is that I watched that movie back in the 80s or 90s. I saw it on TV and it was weird. I've never touched the books before. And then the trailer for the new one comes out a couple years ago, and I'm like, oh my god, this is like the best thing since sliced pie. Mostly because I'm a fan of Hans Zimmer. He's I think he's a musician or producer or something.
He's a composer, so he does a lot of good stuff. So he did the stuff I know for the Dark Knight series at the very least, and then a bunch of other ones too.
I say he's known for like music and like movies that's got like them really thematic and like this soundtrack is perfect for this movie. He's always got his finger in there somewhere. I would sound foolish saying Lord of the Rings, but that wasn't him. That was Peter somebody else, wasn't it?
Yeah. So I had prior to the trailer coming out, I had been listening to him, and he started dropping stuff for Dune, and I was like, oh, they're making another Dune. I start listening to the music. I start getting hooked on the music. I start playing the music on my way to work, at home. Then the trailer drops, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to see this. I don't care how bad it is. Hans Zimmer's name is on it. let's go see it. I go see it, buy the Blu-ray as soon as it come out. I am down. I'm good. I like the movie, how it's choreographed, the scenery and everything, the music, it just fits. Everything is just perfect. Well, as
James,
close as you can get with
dopest thing
perfect.
that I've heard in a long time. I've never heard anybody say the music from the movie made me want to see the movie, and that's the only. Peter Jackson was the director. Thank you. Who did the musical score for it then?
I'll look it up.
It
I'm
probably
not
wasn't
gonna
Hans
lie.
Zimmer though, but it had a good score to it. But that is an amazing reason to get interested in a movie, like from the music. That's powerful, and I'm sure that Hans Zimmer should send you a thank you letter.
I'm not gonna lie. I was a little disappointed just now. The reason why I thought my dumb ass thought you said Doom, Doom. I was like, oh, so we gonna have Doom guys like no. So
You've been watching. You've been.
so
You've been
I
watching the
type
wrong trailer.
so I type in Doom and I'm like two. I'm like, why is the DC? I'm like Doom 2 2023 trailer. Then I was like, oh, it's Doom.
Yes.
And I saw Zendaya and I was like, well, she's not.
If we got another Doom movie that wasn't the one with The Rock in it, and it was actually canonical to the games, oh my god! If it wasn't rated R, I'd be upset.
You have to be.
I got excited because
Howard Shore.
All I could think about was that meme was like, I know my guys in heaven doing his best, and I just remember the Doom guy in hell like, what are it? Like, so I'm like, yeah, I kind of get excited. Like, I'm just like, oh,
Nah,
oh,
it's
oh.
a little different, but
Yeah, a little different. It seemed like I had a little depth in there, but
man, listen. All I know is I know Jason Momoa had cut his beard so that he could be in this role for Dune in the first one. So that's how, and it had him. It had Thanos in there. They had like a cast that went with it.
Who did Jason Momoa play? I didn't see the first one.
He was the
He was like a
sword
captain.
master or something.
Yeah, he was like.
Oh snap! That's a good role for him. Because for a minute I was gonna ask, was he the father? But
Oh no!
Moon
Dang,
Knight
what's the dude's name?
dope.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna go check it out now.
It's a long ass
Oh,
movie. But it's really good. It builds the world. And then who else was in there?
shoot!
Thanos was in there. He was like a captain.
The doctor that goes crazy in Thor. He's the opposing house dude.
Oh yeah, he's in a fat suit. Stellan Skarsgård.
I was gonna ask, did he gain weight for the role or something? Because
No, they just put him in a fat suit.
Gross fat.
It was nasty fat. Like
okay, perfect. I really want to see this now.
Josh Brolin, that's what his name is. And then you know the guy Javier Bardem, he was in one of the latest. He was in what was it? Skyfall. He was the big bad in Skyfall.
Spanish actor.
Oh yes.
He
James
was
Bond.
he's in that one too. Like it had a really good cast, man. Batista's in there too.
I saw Batista.
Oh yeah. They let him just be the big angry strong guy again.
Batista been in his bag, low key. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. He's not like he's up there with like I think he's one of the best wrestlers turned actors. Him and John Cena. John Cena, if you ever get a chance to, this movie is a drama that I'm getting ready to recommend. It's called The Independent. It is really, really good.
I also loved him in that other movie when he was with the I thought it was Hannibal. Dang. Basically, John Cena was kind of like the dumb. Oh man, hold on, I'll be back.
Was it with Lil Rel?
Yeah, that one.
It was like Vacation Friends or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Yes,
Mhm.
Vacation Friends. That
love
movie
that
so
movie.
hilarious. That's a good movie.
Yes.
It's cheesy in the mug, but it's like it's good.
I love that.
Okay, that's
Oh,
another
that
movie to
movie.
add to the list.
And they're coming out with another one. It's coming out
Really?
I'm going to see it
in
in
August.
theaters. In the
It's worth it. Like you remember how when Hangover first came out, it hit like super hard.
Mhm.
I feel like Vacation Friends did not get enough recognition.
It did.
It did not get enough recognition because like that movie was hilarious. We and the wife watched that one together and laughed
Hey,
out.
it's on Hulu, so you won't have to go nowhere. Doug.
Yeah, go check it out. It's good.
Okay. So I did get on a side tangent. I did go to the library and pick up Bumblebee, and I sat down and watched it last night.
Mm-hmm.
I am so mad at myself that I didn't just go see it in theaters, but I'm also happy that I waited because there were a few moments where I paused. I was like, "Wait a minute, that's from the cartoon." Oh
Yeah.
snap! They're actually doing Transformers related stuff. Holy crap! John Cena's not the bad guy.
Marcus is
stuff.
like, I told you. He was geeked about that. And so they're playing. It's kind of like a spiritual successor to. That's what this Beast Wars one is going to be about.
I'm not
So
gonna lie, I haven't watched any Transformers movies in God knows how long. Because when I was coming up, it was Beast Wars. So
mhm.
when Beast Wars turned the car, I was like, why the fuck is Optimus Prime a
you know, Transformers turned into the car. He was like, oh, he just turns from animals to
Man, why they change Transformers to cars?
Bro, what I was not watching it, was not messing with it. It was Beast Wars and Beast Machines. That was me. Even though looking back at it, how CGI was and how much I hate CGI, it's kind of crazy. But Beast Wars, Beast Machines, I was with it.
Man, listen, I'm telling you, Beast Wars is like they did their thing on Bumblebee because like I was not gonna watch Bumblebee. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was like, if this is like another Michael Bay experience, I'm not watching it because like he's kind of turned me off to it. But like the way that they even first start, where they have a war on Cybertron, they just be shooting each other. Like it's and they look better. So definitely gotta check it out.
Yeah, that part there surprised me. I had to rewind it and watch it again. I was like, wait a minute, this isn't Earth. There are no humans around. Holy crap! Optimus Prime is actually being Optimus Prime, running around wrecking fools with a big ass gun, just saying regular stuff. Really cool.
Yeah,
Optimus Prime was the originator for Finito.
Open the
gorilla
door.
and fucking Coop should have came to the zoo. Remember that.
Yeah. Marcus also said check out the Netflix Transformer series as well. It's nice too. But Marcus, you also got to check out Transformers Prime. So that one was really good as well. So also
once I say Marcus doesn't love me anymore. He was supposed to do WWE with me today, and he's been incognito. I am hurt. He has failed me as a cousin, big cousin.
Oh,
hey,
man.
bro.
You gonna front him
Hey.
on live?
You know what you still haven't done yet?
I can't hear you. I can't.
Yeah, you still haven't. You know what you still haven't done yet?
What hasn't he done? Hold on. I'm gonna answer the question. I'm gonna ask the question. What hasn't he done, Steve?
He has not given me a real Rocket League match yet.
Ooh.
Well, what?
Hold on. You didn't clap your hands.
When would you like to schedule this?
What had happened was
I'm back at home. I'm back in Alabama with my good Wi-Fi.
Okay.
He said he wants to smoke. He says
we'll
he wants to
schedule
smoke.
Because see, you gotta understand me, man. I know that currently I fall in the average player range, okay? But you know, my favorite thing to do is play my grand champion friend and lose a good 10 games in a row. Because after I do that, I level up. And you told me you were higher ranked than me. So you gotta tell me that.
I lied.
Oh, see, I don't even want to play you no more. That's all I was waiting on. That's all I wanted. I don't even have to play you no more. You see, because I felt like I was getting cheated.
Nah.
I felt like I was getting cheated. And then when I played, I'm like, man, he was probably lying. I'm like, his Wi-Fi is really bad right now.
That Wi-Fi was pretty bad.
It was.
I am pretty good. But
I took it easy on you because of the Wi-Fi, bro. I probably could have put 20 up on you easy.
I ain't gonna lie, that Wi-Fi was acting. You probably could have put 50 up on me. I ain't gonna sit and lie to you. Like, bro, if I'm driving straight in my car and I don't have to turn nothing, the car.
Gone.
And I'm just looking at him. I'm like, bro, come on, dog. Like,
and I wasn't even trying to score all of the time. I was just hitting the ball around. All right. His Wi-Fi messing up.
Well,
I got one goal. I think I got one. I might have got two. I think I got one goal each round. So
when y'all get a chance to, y'all go ahead and put that on the Blurred Syndicate, where you can be able to find us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch.
Yeet.
So
Twitch, bitch.
So yeah, so we got one other thing that we want to talk about. Well, actually two things. So if y'all have never seen Yellowstone, I need y'all to get on Yellowstone immediately.
Was it on Paramount?
Where can we find Yellowstone?
It's on Paramount Plus, I believe.
If you have a Walmart Plus subscription, I think you get Paramount Plus free with that. Do you not?
You talking about this old Western?
Bruh, it's with Kevin Costner. And at first I was like, oh, I'm not, it's about like cowboy. It reminded me of
Brokeback Mountain.
No. Why would you even say that for me?
Wow, I thought he would have said Tombstone or anything with Wyatt Earp in it.
Bro. I'm an early '90s kid. The most recent cowboy thing I know is Brokeback Mountain.
What I was gonna say before you offended me and my persons was you know how we've been watching Vinland Saga season 2, and you know how we didn't think we was gonna get into how they were like just doing simulating farming.
I was gonna say, is Dub the one that called it the farm simulation? Because that was the perfect. I can't even watch it the same anymore. I picked it back up yesterday. I was like, I hate it, but I'm gonna make it through.
Exactly. So imagine that. Like, you know how at first it wasn't interesting, but then after that you kind of get like, oh, okay, well maybe they're doing a little something. But now it's like they're rough, rugged kind of like dudes that are just like not necessarily always cowboys, but cowboys sometimes. But then after that they cuss, and how you have we're all in Alabama. You know how you have some of those like redneck friends that are funny. This is one of those things. Like they don't mean to be funny, but they're funny because of the fact that they're serious about what they're saying.
So is it a comedy?
It's a drama, but it's a drama that has action though too. So and it's got Kevin Costner, so it's got good acting. And then they always have something going on. And so then they always end up having some kind of fight, something like that. Somebody always gets shot, kicked by
McConaughey.
Yeah.
Wait, Matthew
This
McConaughey.
sounds like a serious version of Texas Ranger.
I feel like JBL would have fit in perfectly with this.
JBL wouldn't, because of the fact that he wouldn't get his hands dirty. But like these people just work this ranch, and it's yeah. So Marcus is watching. They're not racist. They're just redneck. Yeah. Okay. And you can be able to, you can appreciate that. You're like, okay, you're doing you, and they're all about like this farm, and it's really, really good. But that's one of the things that was one of the things I wanted to talk about. If anybody had seen it, they're actually ending it after 5 seasons, but they had the biggest numbers, and that was one of the things that got them. They had like 3 spinoff shows already, 2 or 3 spinoff shows. So it's really, really good. And it's made by the same guy who wrote for
God bless whoever's sneezing.
Yeah. Bless you.
Oh no, that's my mom in the background somewhere watching TV.
Yeah. Well, bless your mom. It's made by the same guy who wrote for Sons of Anarchy, just to kind of put you in the same mind frame.
Okay, then.
Think of it as just cowboys rather than bikers. So check that out. They be getting it in. The last part that we wanted to talk about, this was the big one. Chris Brown this weekend. He got into it with he got into a battle of sorts with
A
Usher.
brawl.
It wasn't a dance battle.
Was it allegedly, or do we know that this was
It's a
certain?
man.
Allegedly.
Okay.
I saw it was a video. I saw it was a video clip somewhere.
And
You have to share that with the group, bro.
yeah,
What had happened was, it sounds like an episode of the Boondocks.
so
I that's the first thing I said. I was like, are they together? And we just don't know.
No, it does sound like an episode of Boondocks. Come on, Mr. Dubois, that ain't player.
so Tatiana, what is her name? Who did he?
Tiana
first get in?
Taylor.
Tiana Taylor. He was having issues with her. Usher stepped in, and then apparently Usher got handled a little bit by by Chris Brown and his entourage. And they said that, allegedly Usher left with like a broken nose, but then at the end of the night they were all good. They were all better.
But see, then they post a picture
Mm-hmm.
of Usher.
And Usher looked like he got his ass kicked
and whatnot.
I can never tell with Usher, to be honest with you. I just thought he always has a big ass nose.
He always has a big nose.
So I didn't know if it was just big because of that. Maybe he had allergies. I don't know.
Or it could be the Usher clone.
That too.
He got a pickle on him now. He got a pickle on him.
Marcus wants to recommend a series. It's called From.
Oh, I saw a trailer that earlier today while I was on break. It looks interesting, but like the name of it is kind of weird.
Hey Marcus, where can we watch it at? So, but yeah, that was it. So how do you guys feel about Usher, Chris Brown? They're having a battle that's not a rap battle. It's not a dance battle.
Why you want to lay hands on Usher though? You know what I'm saying? Usher be now. Granted, we don't know Usher for real. A lot of times these celebrities from out here, they be having these double personalities. Like they seem like they just nice people, and they really be like assholes on the back end or something like that. So, but Usher just seemed like he always been like legit, like genuine, kind person. I heard he was passing something around one point in time, but that's neither here nor there. But it's just kind of like, I don't know. But I also kind of feel bad for Chris Brown too.
I think Chris Brown is I think it's better that he was fighting a dude this time. You know what I'm saying?
But you have to discredit that because he was fussing at a woman initially.
Yeah.
Like if Iman Shumpert was there, he wouldn't be talking to Iman like that.
That's true.
I mean, whatever she said to him that set him off that way,
you can't do
I personally feel like she shouldn't have been there to begin with.
Well, it was like a skate party, so I mean, so you can't really say she couldn't have been there.
What if do they have beef with each other?
Nobody knows. And they said that he was either intoxicated or under the influence. So, and that could be something where
Some drugs. I said that.
So I don't know, but you know what I mean. That could always be the thing.
Chris Brown has been right since him and that Rihanna thing happened, and Rihanna has blown to astronomical proportions.
Mm-hmm.
And like
he's a billionaire.
Yeah, and as talented as he is, I feel like people still recognize Chris Brown, but he's kind of overlooked.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
because of what happened with Rihanna.
Mm-hmm.
But
why they give R. Kelly a pass for so long, though? I'm sorry for interrupting, but
two things. I want to talk about that too. I gotta watch what I say because I know my opinion on that be kind of controversial sometimes. Reason I believe they gave R. Kelly a pass so long because he was paying those parents. My opinion is all those parents should be in jail too.
I agree.
I can second that.
And also, I feel like some of those girls should be in jail too, because some of those girls grew up with R. Kelly, so they were out recruiting for him like at 23. Like
there's a word for that. What are they called?
Enablers.
No, it's a legit term in the pimp game. Never mind, we'll figure it out.
I wouldn't know.
Like
James said, I don't know.
It was this one story I heard about how one girl who was of age, like was a college age girl, got her underage cousin and took her to R. Kelly.
Oh, that's messed up.
Yeah,
So that's why I'm like, I don't believe.
Here's what I think. I'm gonna agree with you. I think that they're like, rather than somebody stopping him, they enabled him because he was the cash cow. And so then
he can read. He can read. He can read. So you know folks help him.
You know what I'm saying? So
wait,
like,
R. Kelly can't read?
He's illiterate.
Yeah,
What?
For real. Yeah,
I never knew that.
I was seeing illiterate, but has great music.
Oh, but they say Beethoven was deaf, so I mean,
look it up. Beethoven turned deaf while he was writing music, but
okay.
I'm pretty sure they're like.
I mean, the way Beethoven plays music, I'm surprised he didn't go deaf sooner.
Whoa, you don't like Beethoven?
No, I love Beethoven.
Oh.
I'm just saying, when he plays like God,
Passion.
thunder, the world is ending, and it's just.
Yeah, right here, R. Kelly was diagnosed with dyslexia, which left him unable to read or write.
I mean, you ain't got to read or write to know what the words and the music sound like, though. I mean, just to be straight up.
Yeah, so, and then also with Chris Brown, it's this YouTuber who claimed she was there the night the whole Rihanna thing happened. It was this YouTuber claimed she was there. It was like a party, and Chris Brown walked in on Rihanna sucking somebody's dick.
Oh, what?
But Chris Brown had just found out he had herpes gotten from Rihanna. So he just found out he had herpes, walk in on her, she's wilding. She got mad because she was embarrassed. He goes to pull off and she hops in the car. Now, granted, she got her ass beat, but one thing I was like, some of the I was like, how did he end up with bite marks and shit? She ended up with her ass beat. Like, something didn't sound right. Some sound like she did something first to me. But I can say I want to seem like I was, you know what I'm saying?
You're not condoning. What you're saying is domestic violence is never okay.
Yeah, but
no matter which direction it goes.
Yeah, but it seemed like she did something to him first. That's what I'm saying. But she just got the brunt of his anger.
He won the fight, is what you're
saying.
Yeah.
So
he won the fight and lost the war.
Yeah. So that's what that's one thing I heard about him, and like ever since then, like I said, he has not, in my opinion, he has not been okay.
See, I heard that all started with the Illuminati trying to recruit him, and he didn't want to do it, and that's what led to that.
I also heard that the herpes that Rihanna had, she got it from Jay-Z from when he recruited her to do business when she was like 14 or something. So
all of this just keeps getting worse and worse.
It does.
Yeah,
it does.
Yeah. So that, like I said, not my story. Some lady on YouTube.
Not the big goat. I'm sorry. Why don't you thirst? And I'm just trying to be rude about it, bro. I'm sorry. You didn't deserve that.
So yeah, we went way far past the rabbit hole.
The rabbit hole was like yards back.
5 minutes ago.
Yeah, we got to the quarter at this point.
Nah, I don't know, bro. We still only seeing like 7% of the ocean.
You don't know. We still don't know if we actually landed on the moon or not, but that's neither here nor there.
Man, so many questions.
So has anybody seen Guardians of the Galaxy yet?
I have.
Yes.
No.
I have.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys are not. Give me your non-spoiler reviews.
It was a great Marvel movie, and I really wish to God they would make more movies like Guardians of the Galaxy. They need to suck up their pride and bring James Gunn back.
Oh, James Gunn's gone. He gone.
I don't know what kind of magic he was working, but they need to figure out a way to replicate that because that movie was amazing.
I second what James said because, like I said, James Gunn is such a talented writer. He made you give a fuck about characters you never thought about giving a fuck about.
And it sounds like he's going to be the first one to get fed to the machine.
Probably so, if he's not already been fed. But
they feeding him now.
Yeah.
I looked, and James Gunn had made a whole bunch of movies that I even enjoyed, and I was like, oh, he's not only he's a great director, but he's also a great writer. You know what I
Name
mean?
some more movies for us.
He did Brightburn.
Oh, that was an interesting movie.
The Jamie Foxx one?
Oh no, where the
Jamie
kid?
Foxx was called Power.
No, that was the one with Will Smith and that other person.
Yeah, okay, yeah, Will Smith. Yeah, I remember it being a Netflix show.
Dawn of the Dead. He wrote.
Oh,
He did Peacemaker.
Yeah, he did Peacemaker.
somebody did the show on HBO.
Yeah, he did all of that. He said that he was when he
did
wrote and directed the Suicide Squad and was like, "Oh, John, I can put something together." So like within like a week or two, he put together Peacemaker for John Cena.
Are you serious?
Oh, it's not. He did the original Scooby-Doo movie back in 2002. That was probably god awful, but I watched it as a kid and enjoyed it.
When does Peacemaker season 2 come out? Because that's my jam. Oh.
But I really enjoyed him. Like Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is like almost one of my favorite like Marvel movies ever. Like he was dope in it.
He did 13 Ghosts.
Really?
How old is James Gunn?
56. He is 56 years old.
Crap.
So,
well, let me not say he did it. He has credit for it. Put it like that. Let me throw that out. He has credit for it.
Yeah, so I want to go check out Guardians of the Galaxy.
You should.
Marcus, we had this discussion. So, do you think that trilogy is better than Captain America?
Yes. Simply, my reason I say yes.
Okay.
Because Captain America, the best movie in the Captain America trilogy was Civil War, and you were mostly relying on like it had a lot of fan service, like Black Panther, we got Spider-Man, like so it's kind of like you were more excited about the other characters in the movie more so than the actual story going on. You were more so worried about Spider-Man breaking off to the MCU and Black Panther arriving in the MCU. So like not saying the story was bad, but they had a lot more star power in it. Guardians of the Galaxy was just so well written. You didn't have all that, but you were still well invested. That's my take on it.
All right.
And it's a great movie for the family. It's also a great movie to watch by yourself.
They drop an F-bomb, so it's not for the family. Don't want Ben going to school dropping F-bombs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
Well, he knows. Well, I'm going to go see it. I don't know.
Yeah, it was really good, really good. Me and Marcus went to see. He didn't know, but I felt myself tearing up at a few scenes. But I had to make sure I was good because I could be crying in the movie.
Man, listen, because like I was watching Guardians 2, and I was like, and it was at the end where like it always gets me where like Quill is like scratching and clawing to try to get the what's the face off, you know what I mean, so that he can be able to put it on, you know. And I was like, man, Yondu, and he was like, no, he's like, you may have been and you just see him just do it, and then at the end where he finally got, you know, his, yeah, there it is.
Don't cry.
Oh no, I'm not crying. No thug tears here. No,
Right.
no, none of that. But it was, man, it was a good little story there. He's got 41 writing credits.
James Gunn's that dude. Even though he had that little scandal at one time, he's that dude.
Let's see. He did write a lot of good stuff that I like. That's crazy.
And I ain't thinking about looking at none of that stuff till you just mentioned it. I was like, dang. But also, that just kind of goes to show, like, how long people had to write for to get to the level he does. Like, he has shit tonight. Hold on. I know I'm not.
He's been writing stuff since before I was born. Yeah, because he's 56 and I'm 31, and I know some of the movies that he's done, and some of them are my favorites, and I had no idea he wrote or
Okay.
produced them.
I know I'm not stupid. I'm on James Gunn's movies and TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
They have a film from 1953 in here, and this can't be the same James Gunn.
I'm pretty sure it can't be.
Yeah, they have 1953, All I Desire, and The Flying Missile 1950.
No, probably not. Probably not the same one.
Yeah, impossible.
So, well, I think we covered everything about this week. So it's Mother's Day coming up here. So shout out to all the moms that are here that are doing what they need to. Yeah. Oh, and Mark said we wanted Bryan Cranston for Mr. Freeze and Matt Reeves the Batman sequel.
Morgan Freeman for Mr. Freeze.
Oh, so he could just give you monologues while he phrases you. Yeah.
I'm certain that this will make
You know why I'm doing this.
You know what I feel really bad about? There's not as many like really good anime moms. Like a lot of these characters ain't got no moms.
Their
You know what I
moms died.
mean? That's what I'm
or
saying.
they're at home.
Leader of the Thousand
What
Man
other
Nick
stuff?
March. His mom got out of here. Start the rumbling. We ain't playing no more. We ain't playing no more. Start the rumbling.
Gohan's mom, strongest woman in the world for a little while.
Uh-huh.
Then she's not anymore.
Yep.
I mean,
Chi-Chi.
she wanted a family and she got what she wanted, so she stopped fighting.
That's fair.
Did she get what she want? Because Goku don't never be at home.
Plus, even worse,
She got
Goku
she
didn't
got
even know
two
what kissing
kids.
was.
She got 2 kids and she got grandbabies.
Goku didn't know what kissing was.
Goku was like,
You don't know what Goten is his because Goten was like, "Hey, Dad," and Goku was like, "Oh shit, I was dead." Like, when did this happen? Vegeta was looking at you.
Vegeta like,
No, not Vegeta. No, if that was anybody's baby, it'd be Yamcha's baby.
Yamcha.
he's turned Super Saiyan, so it can't be.
See, my cousin told me like once you have sex with a woman, your DNA stays inside her for a while. So that's probably how he's able to turn Super Saiyan. Like when Goku went Super Saiyan God, and like they all had to circle around him. It might be on something like that, bro. On the Spurs,
We're going down the rabbit hole again. We're going down the rabbit hole.
It's going far. Going far.
So,
Slow down.
so we had to pump the brakes. Had to climb out that hole. That's what she said.
Exactly what she said.
The foot song says, "Never climb out the hole, die face first in the hole."
Well, we've officially gone from PG to PG-13, MA. So yeah. Well, that was fun.
What had happened was.
What had happened was.
So usually our new dates are usually going to be on Sundays, except for this coming Sunday because it's Mother's Day. We got to do some observance for that. But going forward, it's going to be on Sundays. We'll be able to kick it and enjoy it. Now, if before we get out of here, do y'all have any announcements? Anything that y'all want to promote, push out?
Buy Blur merch, bitch.
There we go. TheBlurSyndicate.com. The promo code would be with the BS. That gets you 20% off. So definitely do that. Do that. Go to TheBlurSyndicate.com for your latest merch. Level up your clothing because it's gonna be a nice summer. So you need to have that. So we got that. Young Elder. Anything else?
I'm reading a lot of manga stuff that we've watched.
You gotta give me some reviews, man.
The Lost Art, man. Well, it's stuff that Kaiju number 8. I'll give you one on that one. Very interesting.
because Mark has been amping that up for a long time. I've been
Bro,
watching that.
I devoured it. I'm current on Kaiju number 8, and I'm mad that he recommended it because it wasn't enough. So now I gotta wait.
Anime's supposed to be dropping some I think sometime this summer. So I've been waiting.
Okay,
Has anybody read Solo Leveling though?
That's
No,
supposed to be dropping
no,
too.
not yet.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that a book?
It's a manga.
Okay.
When I tell you that I haven't read anything better than that yet, though, and I mean, it's hard. It's hard to beat it. It's really good.
I'll check that out.
Yeah.
So, James, what you got for us? Anything?
Oh, no. I'm gonna go eat some dinner and then probably gonna play some Diablo 2.
All right.
Hey, what did you eat for dinner?
Leftover fried chicken.
Pussy.
Are you leaving it cold?
No.
No, I'm not. I'm not one of those people. I'm gonna heat it up and eat it.
Microwaving it, are you?
You.
Are you microwaving it?
Yes.
That's super irresponsible.
Got an air fryer, bro.
Yeah, you got an air fryer?
I did not think about air frying it.
Throw it in the air fryer, or at bare minimum, a toaster oven. Don't disrespect the chicken.
Don't disrespect. That's what we're gonna end on. Don't disrespect the chicken.
Don't disrespect the chicken.
So,
looking at you, James. What you gotta say for yourself?
Why? Don't tell him who I am. He's gotta get it. He's gonna get blindsided.
So we're gonna end on don't disrespect the chicken. And we will see y'all next week sometime. We'll probably have something like a Monday or Tuesday episode. So until then, we want y'all to be like the Hulk. We want you to smash that follow button, and we'll love you 3000. Not like Hulk Hogan though, F Hulk Hogan. So you know what? You know what I'm doing right here to you. Here we go.